All right, let's talk about something seriously fun. The 2026 Toyota GR86 Yuzu Edition. Now, Toyota's GR division has already nailed the affordable sports car formula. Lightweight rear-wheel drive, naturally aspirated engine, and that pure driver's feel. But the Yuzu Edition takes that already addictive recipe and turns it into something extra special. Over the next 8 to 10 minutes, let's break down exactly what makes this limited edition GR86 stand out, from its design and color story to what's changed under the hood, how it drives, and whether it's actually worth picking over the standard GR86 or even its Subaru twin. So first, let's talk what the Yuzu Edition actually is. Toyota calls it a special celebration of the GR86's raw analog spirit, one of the last truly driver-focused sports cars you can buy new. The name Yuzu comes from that bright citrusy yellow. It's bold, fresh, and immediately catches your eye. It's not just a paint color, it's an attitude. When you see it on the road, there's zero chance you'll mistake it for any regular GR86. This thing pops in every light condition, sunlight, neon, or street lamps. It glows. The GR86 has always looked balanced and muscular, but the Yuzu Edition gets that perfect edge. You've got matte black 18-inch alloy wheels, wrapped in sticky Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tires, black mirror caps, black rear spoiler, and subtle Yuzu Edition badging on the side and rear. Toyota didn't overload it with decals or racing stripes. It's clean, purposeful, and still screams performance. Even the WOW front fascia looks meaner because of that color contrast. The black grille and vents pop against the yellow, and the sleek LED headlights sharpen the whole stance. This is the kind of car that looks fast even when it's parked. Now let's step inside, because Toyota didn't forget about the cabin. The GR86 Yuzu Edition takes that minimalist, driver-first layout and gives it a little flair. You get black Alcantara seats with yellow contrast stitching, yellow accents along the dashboard and doors, and an embroidered GR logo on the headrests. It feels like a proper limited edition interior, subtle but confident. The steering wheel, shifter, and handbrake are all wrapped in leather, and the digital driver display still keeps that race-inspired layout. Revs front and center. Everything inside feels tight, well-placed, and built for focus. No massive touchscreens or gimmicks distracting you. Just what you need to drive. You also get a numbered badge for the Yuzu Edition. A small but cool touch that reminds you you're driving something rare. Toyota has confirmed production will be limited, though numbers vary by market. So, if you see one in the wild, it's a treat. Now, let's get to what you're really wondering. What's under the hood? Mechanically, the Yuzu Edition keeps the same powertrain as the standard 2026 GR86, that in 2.4-liter, naturally aspirated flat-4 engine. Making around 228 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. Good. And yes, it's still rear-wheel drive, still available with a Haase 6-speed manual transmission, and still loves to rev past 7,000 RPM. No hybrid systems, no turbo, just pure old-school high-revving excitement. Acceleration stays the same, around 5.8 seconds from 0 to 60 depending on transmission. But what really matters is the feel. That crisp throttle response, the balance mid-corner, and the way the rear end rotates when you ease off the throttle. It's magic. Toyota and Subaru worked hard on chassis tuning when they built the second-gen GR86, and that carries over perfectly here. The Yuzu Edition feels alive in your hands, communicating every bit of grip through the steering and seat. If you love driving, not just going fast, this car delivers something that most modern sports cars can't. But here's where the Yuzu Edition starts to separate itself a bit. Even though the engine is the same, Toyota tweaked the suspension tuning slightly and equipped it with upgraded Brembo brakes and Sachs dampers. similar to what you'd find on the GR86 Performance Pack. Those parts don't make it faster in a straight line, but they completely change how it feels when you're pushing it. Braking is sharper, pedal feedback is firm, and body control in corners feels more planted. On twisty roads, you'll notice that balance. It dives into corners with confidence, and you can modulate the throttle to bring the rear around with total predictability. That's what makes the GR86, and especially this Yuzu Edition, so rewarding. You're part of the process. It's not about speed, it's about feel. Let's talk practicality for a second, because the GR86 isn't trying to be a daily crossover, but it's surprisingly livable. You still get 2+2 seating, though the rear's more for bags than people, and a trunk big enough for a weekend getaway, or a set of track tires. Fuel economy? Mid-20s combined, respectable for something this fun. And Toyota reliability means you can drive it every day without worrying about expensive repairs or complicated hybrid systems. Now, pricing. The 2026 GR86 Yuzu Edition is positioned at the top of the lineup. In the US, it's expected to start around $37,000 to $38,000, depending on destination and dealer markups. That's a few thousand more than the base premium model, but remember, you're getting the upgraded brakes, dampers, and that exclusive Yuzu paint with unique trim. And if you're someone who likes rarity, that extra cost might actually make sense. You're not just paying for the parts, you're paying for something that feels collectible, the last of a dying breed of analog sports cars in a world going electric. Driving impressions from early testers all say the same thing. The Yuzu Edition feels perfectly balanced. The grip, the body control, the weight distribution. It's everything the GR86 stands for, but dressed up to celebrate that spirit one more time before this kind of car disappears. Toyota's Gazoo racing team has done something few automakers are doing anymore. They're giving enthusiasts exactly what they want. A car that's fun, affordable, simple, and full of soul. Sure, it doesn't have 400 horsepower or all-wheel drive, but that's not the point. The point is connection. Feeling the car talk back, dancing with it through corners, and knowing that every input you make actually matters. So, is the GR86 Yuzu Edition worth it? If you're a collector or someone who wants a piece of modern car culture before everything turns silent and electric, absolutely. If you just want the best handling, most communicative sports car under $40K, still yes. You might not win every drag race, but you'll smile more per mile than almost anyone else on the road. The 2026 Toyota GR86 Yuzu Edition isn't just another limited edition. It's a reminder that driving can still be pure, mechanical, and full of joy, and that's something worth celebrating. So, what do you think of the new GR86 Yuzu Edition? Would you pick it over the standard GR86 or the Subaru BRZ TS? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because we've got more of these deep dives coming, including Toyota's next GR project that might just surprise everyone. Stay tuned and keep driving with a smile.